guys, welcome back. I wanted to do another base video for you. I've done some updates. I was kind of forced to do a little bit of remodeling because the server had a little mishap and a lot of my stuff disappeared. So I'll go through all that with you. Oh, we got a friend. He's a chicken. He's a rooster, and I will name him Pete. Where you going, Pete? 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 Where you going? Don't go in there, Pete. Don't go in there, Pete. Stay out here. Be a good little chicken. Okay. Alright, so we had a shaft here initially. I was trying out the elevator system, which is kind of glitchy. I decided to do away with that, and as you see, I just created this thing here. These are for my, we call them Go vehicles. I'll park them in here. The ones I use very frequently, which is my GPK there. And that's actually Rowdy's truck. But usually I have a 350Z in here, so I can hop in and get to another part of the map really quick. Oh, Pete gets around, doesn't he? But it blew up, yeah. So I decided just to create this, just give it a little bit of added protection for AI helicopters. Plus we've got a little bit heavier presence of roaming AI, and they tend to come in here and that kind of stuff. So I don't have doors on there. I think I'm purposely going to keep it that way, because it's more of a shelter for AI helicopters rather than AI. And I only keep locked vehicles in there. Anything that I can't lock up, I will take into the base and secure. Looks hungry. Okay, well I got a Merlin out there. I need to park it up there. Had to redo that, I'll get to that in a minute. So yeah, didn't do a whole lot to that other than I created this, and it's got stairs, or a ladder, takes me up right there to the top. I'm able to land little birds and smaller helicopters. I can land up there. And then a set of stairs goes to a ladder to the platform, and the platform takes me up there where I can land. I can land all the larger helicopters up there if I want to. Right now I've got a Venom up there. So let's go over here. If you noticed, I do have... This is gone. I might rebuild it. It's one of the parts that disappeared when the server had its little mishap. Right now we've just got a little another fence there to kind of block vision. That managed to stay, which was nice. A couple of the sandbags disappeared, so I had to redo most of this wall. Inside. Alright, so when lots of the walls and stuff disappeared, this all became exposed. If you notice, the little garage I had over here is gone. I had to rebuild that one. I actually rebuilt it as a 3. Here. Able to keep about 5, 6 vehicles in there, depending on what I've got. If I don't have the Euro in there, I'll probably get about 6 vehicles into it pretty easily. None of these doors are locked. It's just nobody can get into the base due to all the camo nets. You'd have to be really strategic lander to get in here. The pilot wouldn't have landed. So I just rebuilt that. I didn't rebuild the one next to it. I still might. I'm not sure. I did, if you notice here, I opened one door and there's another door. What I did here, let me see if I can show it to you a little bit better. I've got a double wall system all the way around it that I built at 2 separate times. I actually built these about 2 or 3 weeks apart, something like that. The walls around this. That way, if we have another mishap with the plot hole system, I built the wall back up after I dropped the plot hole, and then I waited about a week or 2 and built another one. The reason for that is really twofold. I figure if something like that happens again, it's only going to take one of the 2 walls and my stuff will still be protected. I do have a double roof system up there too, metal roof, so my supplies are protected. At the very least, my whole base isn't exposed. I've got, all my supplies protected. Now I've added a lot more camo nets this time because 90% of them end up getting deleted. So I added a good 6 or 7 more than the large ones that I had. You notice I don't have a garage over there anymore. I don't have the hex barriers here. And yeah, built the walls up completely. I used to have just 1.5 walls. Now I've got, it's 2 complete walls tall. So gives me a little bit more headroom, if you will. So that's kind of nice. Luckily it didn't lead any of my safes or anything like that. I was off for about a week or 4 days or something like that. I hadn't played. And something happened with the server and the plot holes were deleted. Everybody's plot hole was. I wasn't the only one that had an issue on the server with it. And when that happened, it was like a day later, the bases started to decay rapidly, and yeah, so that's what happened. So here, I've got, I intend on putting a lock on this. I just been lazy and haven't done it. I decided to take advantage of the fact that the stairs don't actually go to the ground. I've modified that up there. So now, basically, you can't get up unless this door is open. Open the door, you've got these stairs here, and I put them far enough away that you can't jump over. Trust me, I sat there for a couple hours one day. Well, I won't say a couple hours, maybe a few minutes. But several attempts to try to jump from these to those steps, and couldn't do it with this door closed. So when you open the door becomes solid. It does become invisible occasionally when you hope to promote it, but that'll get you up there into these steps, which is fine. You've already seen that from the other base build video, so we'll skip this time. I had to improve on the thing here because something happened with when the server had its little mishap. I think he moved the server to a different different box, different computer. And when that happened, these castle stairs actually raised another couple millimeters, and it made it almost impossible to come to just put stairs like I did in the last video to compensate, because this little thing here, which is supposed to be all the way over there, because that is blocking half of the door, I had to figure out a way to be able to get in and out without trying to vault every time. So I figured out that if I raised the floor just a little bit and then put stairs further in, I put a wood floor further in, so now it just kind of, it works. Put the sandbag there so I don't fall off. I was having a problem with getting caught between this wall and the floor there, so I just decided to put a long floor there and cover it all up, and it works. I don't remember, I think this was in the last video, the door that there's a flush. It's kind of nice. I'm going to get up here to our landing pad, which I had to tear down what was left of the old one. I had built the old one in a series of days, and I had to tear it down and rebuild. So basically what I've done is I've built it just a smidge taller than before. Still not as tall as I would have liked it, because I would have liked to have been able to crouch underneath, but still can crawl underneath, which is kind of nice. And what I've done, I had to put this here because the way the floors lined up, there was a gap, and it was a gap I could get caught in. I guessed I could get caught in. I didn't actually try, and I didn't actually get caught in it, but just to prevent that from happening, that's what I've done. Got a little bit bigger of a landing pad. No, it's not, maybe not bigger, but it's a little bit nicer, I think. I did put cinder walls because I had a lot of extra ones. I decided to do this instead of the sandbags and put them halfway down, and what that does is not only does it give me the barrier up here so I don't accidentally walk off, which is the biggest I hate. And then if you walk, the thing is if you walk off up here and you land down there, you land on the camo nets and you don't get the barrier back. There's no way to get up to it unless you build up to it. And I didn't want that to happen. So I built the half wall and then buried it halfway in. And then what this does is it seals, let's see if we can see the gaps in here. So when you're under here, you are completely covered. I mean, it's only like that because it's out a little bit further than the rest of them. But the ones that actually go or closer, there's no gaps. So you're completely safe underneath this. There's not really a purpose for that other than I don't like floating platforms, so I decided to use the top of the castle as my base for the landing pad, which is kind of nice. And this way I can just bring that up and I can get up here and get into the helicopters, that kind of stuff. And it's real nice because actually while I was building this, actually while I was putting this wall in, I had an incident with a helicopter that kept flying over and shooting me. And when you're standing right here between these floors, you're actually a really small target for the AI, and I didn't even get hit the whole time. He just kept flying over and I just kept shooting him, and eventually it went down and that's that. Still haven't done anything inside the castle. I don't really like the inside of the castle too much. my biggest fear with the tower, the castle tower here, is if I happen to shoot down an AI helicopter and it aims for the castle, it's going to tear this whole structure down. And landing pad will still stay up there, but the whole structure will come down. And building stuff inside just seems pointless to me. We got plenty of room out here in the courtyards, and that's where I like to build. Again, lots of camo nets, lots of camo nets, lots of camo nets. Huh. That means getting this. So yeah, that's it, guys. That's base revision of my Taviana castle base. Oh, Pete's still here. I expect him to have left by now. Hey, Pete. So yeah, that's it, guys. Got any suggestions on how to make it better? Everybody keeps suggesting to me to close this up, close it up, close it up. I don't want to close it up. I've got the base secure, and I like to have a courtyard that I can lure people into. Otherwise, my little nest here is completely pointless. And it works. Even on the PvE server, now that there's a heavier AI, roaming AI presence, they come in the castle all the time, and once they come in here, they don't seem to be smart enough to run back out once they're being shot at. So I lure them in here, and then I run up there and get my little perch and pop, and dead AI dies. It's kind of nice. Run, Pete. Okay, so yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed. I believe this is part 5 of my base building, my Taviana base building. Thanks for watching, guys.